All right, so we're reviewing today for our Chapter 3 test. Everything you see in this review, guys, this is very close as I possibly could get to your test. Okay, what I'm about to show you is basically your test, just different numbers. So in the first one, which we've already done, okay, on your classwork papers, negative 5x plus 5x cancels, and 12 minus 8 is what? 4. It is positive 4. 4, just 4. Some people said 0x. I would take it, but 0x technically cancels. All right, what about the second one? The second one. Zachary. All right, do you agree with him? Yeah. That is correct. Now, what do you think is going to mess you up out of any of parts of this expression? What's going to be the most challenging part? Just tell me. The fractions, right? The fractions are definitely the hardest part, but you have your calculators. You know that you need LCD, so use your LCD. So that's 4 over 14 for the first one. 4 minus 3 is 1. So you get 1 over 14x minus 2. Okay, so who answered those correct? We had Zachary and over here Alex. Okay, very good. Okay, so simplifying expressions. You have 2 problems like this on your test. Now we're going to find the sum. Well, finding the sum is much easier than finding the difference because we have a plus sign in between the expressions. We can just look at the signs in front of the terms to figure out what I'm doing to simplify these expressions. When it's subtraction, that's where I started seeing some mistakes yesterday on the quiz, so we'll talk about that. All right, so just find the sum. All right, who has the answer for the first one? Kyle?
5x minus 3.
Okay, he said 5x minus 3. Okay, so here's what I saw a lot of on the quiz. I saw a lot of signs that were wrong. Maybe you said 5x plus 3 or just small mistakes like that. Well, on the quiz, it's all or nothing because we have quiz corrections to correct those errors. On the test, that would be a partial credit if you just missed the sign. But Kyle did get it exactly correct, 5x minus 3. Okay, 5x minus 3. Who got that? 5x minus 3. All right, Kiana, you want to give me the second one?
2c minus 10.
Okay, 2c minus 10. Do you agree with her?
No.
I had some people say 2c plus negative 10. Would that be okay too? Yeah, but we're trying to get away from the plus negative. Okay, so both of them are correct, okay, finding the sum. So now when we're subtracting expressions, okay, here's what we have to be careful of. And I think you guys are getting really confused about the signs and how I'm changing them. So I'm going to give you maybe a different way of writing them that maybe will help some of those mistakes and help get rid of them. All right, because it's not an overly difficult thing that we're doing, but I think we're just getting confused on it. All right, so with the subtraction, guys, hey, with the subtraction, okay, who on my left side has it? Miles, what did you do?
2x plus 4.
Okay, so he is correct, but here's how I want you to write this because we're getting confused. Okay, the subtraction sign changes to a what? An addition sign, and I reverse the sign of the terms inside the second parentheses. That's what this subtraction sign does. Okay, basically I'm subtracting 2x. But then it's a double negative on 6, which changes it to a positive. But that confuses people, okay? So what our book kind of says to do, and I would agree with this, is to change the subtraction sign to a positive and then just reverse the signs inside that second set. Now I can clearly see, like Miles said, 4 minus 2 is 2x, and negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. All right? So we did see a lot of mistakes on this section, but it has to do with the signs in this second expression, okay? So get the signs right, and the rest of it's going to be a breeze, okay? So Miles got the first one. What about the second one? Kayla?
I got 12.2x.
That is correct. Okay, so 8 minus 3x, and then plus 4 plus 6.2x. Did you guys reverse the signs? Did you reverse your signs? Yes. Okay, so now 8 plus 4 is 12, and negative 3 plus 6.2 is positive 3.2x. So you guys are both correct. All right, good job. Okay, so that's find the difference. Now use distributive property to simplify. All right, let's see. Jamie, do you have your answer? Okay, guys, be quiet so Jamie can tell us her answer.
Negative 12 plus 12.
Okay, very good. So negative 12 plus 9n. Wait a second, why was 9n positive?
Because there's double negatives.
Yes, double negative. Plus 3n. So now negative 12 plus 12n. Who got that one right?
Me.
Who got that one right? Raise your hand if you got it right. Great job, guys. That's awesome. Great job. Okay, distributive property. All right, now GCF and integers. So you are looking for the largest number that goes into both numbers. Okay, find your GCF, factor it, and then in parentheses is what's left. Aramis, what is your GCF? Guys, quiet. What's the GCF, Aramis? The GCF is 2. So because the GCF is 2, what is left inside the parentheses? 8n minus 24. All right, who got that? Wait, hold on a second. 21. 8n minus 21. Oh, bummer. Okay, 8n minus 21. Okay, who got that right? 8n minus 21. All right, very good. Okay, next one, 63a plus 21. I had a pretty high number of people get this one wrong on your quiz. Did you get number 10 right or wrong on your quiz?
I got everything right.
So this one is similar to number 10 on your quiz. Okay, this one's similar to number 10 on your quiz. The parentheses.
3a plus 1.
Yes, she got it. Yes. Okay, listen guys, I had a lot of people pulling out a 7. Was 7 a common factor?
Yes.
Yes, but it's not the greatest common factor. So pull out the greatest. How do we know that? We just list our factors. Well, 21 goes into 63. Okay? And if you take the 5 seconds it takes to list these factors, and then, 3 times 7, but 21 is the biggest. Okay? And it's easy to overlook if you don't list your factors. So this is correct. 21 times 3a plus 1. All right, I'm not sure why that was such a high miss rate on number 10. But remember, guys, you're just pulling out the GCF, and then you're factoring from there. Okay, the rule that I go by when I'm factoring rational numbers, guys, GCF using rational numbers, factor the expression GCF of rational number. I should not have written GCF there. Okay, it's just factoring rational numbers, but I'm not using GCF. I'm using the smallest value. The smallest value. I'm using the smallest value. So what is smaller, guys? 5.6 or 7? Absolute value-wise, which number is smaller? 5.6. So that's what you factor out, is a 5.6. You're just looking at the smaller of the two numbers, absolute value-wise. Okay? And now, what is left inside your parentheses? All right, so let's see here. Gabe, what's left inside? Okay, well, we've had plenty of time. Okay, what's left inside, Isaiah? Yeah, 1G. Not minus 8. It's not minus 8.
Are you dividing?
You are dividing. What's 7 divided by 5.6? Kayla, what is it? No, you went the wrong way. It's okay. It's all right. What's 7 divided by 5.6? Yes, Jason. 0.8. 0.8. Okay, guys, there's a couple mistakes here that are kind of coming to the surface. We divide the original number divided by 7 divided by 5.6 gives me the negative 0.8. Okay, so we pull out the smaller of the two decimal values, and then we divide original divided by the factored number. Okay, it's not 0.8, it's 1.25. All right, but guys, it's still the same concept. -7 divided by 5.6 is -1.25. All right, let's do the next one. Remember, you're factoring out the smaller of the two fractions. So we're not worried about the GCF. We're now focused on which fraction is smaller. I pull that out, and then I divide the original divided by the factored fraction to figure out what's left inside. What fraction did you pull out? Okay, very good. She pulled out a 1/4, and what was left inside? Y plus 3, and that is perfect. All right, who got y plus 3? Y plus 3. 1/4 times y plus 3. Guys, it's the whole thing. I did have a couple people factor out the 1/4, and then it was gone in their answer, and all they had was y plus 3. Okay? Don't forget that 1/4 is a part of your answer also. All right? All right. Negative numbers. Again, I'm not necessarily focused on the GCF, so it should not say GCF there. Okay, I'm just factoring expressions, and now I'm focused on negative numbers. So here, the signs are going to be everything. Okay, the signs are what messed y'all up on the quiz, so just pay attention to the signs. Again, if you miss a sign on the test tomorrow, that'll be half credit, but if you miss 2 or more, you make 2 or more mistakes, then the whole question is wrong. So factor, it tells you, factor -6 out of this expression. Go ahead and do that. All right, Noah, what'd you put? Okay, he put 5D plus 12. Okay, so definitely his numbers are right. Are his signs right?
Yes.
How do you know that his signs are right, Kennedy?
Because the numbers you're dividing by, both are negative. So
Yes. Because when you divide, remember what I said, original by the factor, -30 divided by -6 is +5. And guys, when you put it back together, is -6 times 5 -30? Yes, so that's another way that you can check it. All right, you have 2 of these on your test, and you're almost done. Okay, so go ahead now and solve for the length of the pool. And whoever just said it was easy, that's not what you were saying the other day, okay? But we're learning, okay? So now that we know kind of the process, now this question is not as intimidating as it maybe was the first time. And I'll be honest with you, first time I looked at this problem, I had to look at it long and hard for a few minutes too. But once we understand what it's asking for, we can tackle the problem, okay? So go ahead and solve for the length. Okay, Sarah, so walk me through what you did to solve this one.
Width is 80.
Yep, okay, so she said width is 80. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
We have to find, so we have to divide to get 1x, which would be 80.
Okay, so basically what she's saying is, all right, how do I get from my width to my area? Okay, so she said it was going to be 1x, or just x, all right? And what did you write for your second number?
60, because we got 4,800.
Very good. Because again, we're just moving backwards, and 4,800 divided by 80 is 60. So again, I'm trying to fill in this missing piece of how I connect a width of 80 to an area of 80x plus 4,800. And that's a length of x plus 60 feet. All right, so now I'm going to give you a hint as to what your bonus is going to be. This is example 4 from 3.4. Your bonus will be to take this answer, which is a question on your test, and now find the perimeter. And the perimeter will be your bonus question. All right, so go back and review that. Remember, perimeter is what formula? What's my formula? 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, okay? And remember on the video, we did make that small mistake. It was supposed to be 60, all right? So if you want to review that example for your test tomorrow, that will be your bonus question tomorrow. Okay, now you have a review section on your test tomorrow. These questions are worth 2 points each. Okay? They are not worth a full test question. All right, so everyone all together answer this question. What is the absolute value here? Okay, guys, tell me, what is it? -4. It is -4 because I take the absolute value, but then I have to bring down my negative. All right, now go ahead and find the distance between these two numbers. Remember, there's a method I can use to make sure I get the correct answer every single time. All right, so here's the way you can be sure. -4.5, and then you subtract the first number. Well, if it's negative, that means it's positive. You take the difference, and it's -8. But remember, distance can never be negative, so it's 8. All right, now that's just one way to do it. But if you follow that method and you take the absolute value of whatever the difference is, you will always have the answer correct.
Miss Skinner, it wouldn't have been -8 anyway.
What now?
It wouldn't have been -8 because the 12 is bigger and it's positive.
No, it's not. Look at the original. Look at the original. Okay? The difference between the two of them is 8, and it's never negative because distance is not negative. All right, the last question on your test is find the mean. Okay? Here's what you have to your advantage. You have what on your test tomorrow?
Bonus question. Oh,
Calculators. You have calculators on your test tomorrow. Do you need them on this question? No, you do not need them because you solved these without a calculator on the last test. Okay, however, since you have them anyway, it's definitely smart that you use them on this problem. If it's negative, put in a negative. If it's nothing in between, you know that's positive. And just put them all in there, all in your calculator. Okay, and then divide by however many and get your answer. Kennedy, what did you do first? Guys, be quiet, please.
I grouped my negatives and my positives.
Okay.
And I added 15 plus 30,
Yep.
which is 45.
Yep.
So then I canceled out my 45.
Oh, smart girl. Look at that.
So then I just added 20 plus 25, which
Uh-huh.
was 45.
Okay.
And then I divided that by 5.
Yep.
And I got 9.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay. 8, and that's perfect. That's the way to do it. Okay. You could have done it a couple different ways, but who got 9? Who got 9? That's all that matters. All right. If you understand that, that's everything that's on your test tomorrow over chapter 3.